Welcome back to the craft of mine, all the mods volcano block, where today I made, I think this is the max version. Is it max? I think it's 18 by 18 by 18. I think it's the max version of the fission reactor, I think. I could be mistaken, but I think that's it. I don't actually remember, to be honest with you. But we have it maxed out. If it is maxed, I don't remember. With ourselves we got ourselves an input for the fission fuel. We got an output for the waste. These are for reasons for later, so if we use the super coolant variants, in and out of them. We have a bunch of imports for water for a bunch of different, you want to get kitchens here, kitchen sinks, going in back into the machine to try to keep it cool as best as possible when we make this thing go fast. Yeah! We also got me in. Let me in. Got a new little shed here. We're gonna house the, fuel making that goes directly into it, because I'm lazy, and because I could. Acceleration cards. I forgot to put them actually in here. It's not like it's actually hooked up at the moment, but it will be here in a couple seconds because we're going to grab ourselves some cable. I didn't think this one through. Now I got to make another hole in the wall. There we go. So, basically what this is going to do is this one's going to get uranium. This one's going to get sulfur, dust, and fluorite. And it's going to mix it into this, put it into this one. And this one's going to crush it down, put it in this one. Into yellow cake, and then yellow cake into the chemical oxidizer, putting it into whatever where's it at? What is it called? Uranium oxide, and also hydrofluoric acid into uranium hexafluoride. Then then once it's done, it gets put into the isotopic centrifuge, and then it goes into fission fuel. It mixes, what do you even call it? Literally centrifuges it down into fission fuel, making it that. So once we get my cables and actually do what I'm supposed to be doing here, and not messing up, never in the slightest would I do that. And then, why'd that sound so... I've never really paid attention to the sound of that. That sounds so weird. Nice, now I gotta walk in here and do this. Okay, and we'll do that. So now that's hooked up to the machines. And, well, I mean, at the moment it's not gonna really do too much, so it's gonna be uranium. I probably need more seeds for that, because that's running pretty dry. And then also for the fluorite, probably need extra seeds. And I did make the seeds for them, and... I also made extra sulfur seed. Well, I shouldn't say make. I got them out of the thing because it made enough. And sulfur. So we might need more of this stuff. I don't know. So we need to put uranium in this one. I forget what this was. I think this was just regular input. I think this is just a regular input. Yes, it was. Okay, thank you. And then this one's sulfur. And it goes into there. Sulfuric acid going into that directly. And... gonna be running out so quickly. So there's that. And then we also need yellow cake for... thing here. Okay, and if I go into what is advanced plan energistics, what? Hello? What do you want me to do? You want me to look at what machine? Observe the high fluoric acid machine. What? Okay, I was like so confused for a second. I couldn't. And this one, I already made it. Why did you not check it off? I'm not picking it back up. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Chemical oxidizer. Give me it. I'll just do this. I think it was the chemical oxidizer. I could be mistaken now on that one. I could be mistaken. So put that there, and then, yeah, we're going to have to make another stinking thing. There we go. Chemical oxidizer. Was that the one of them? It was one of them. And then this one was the chemical dissolution chamber. Which is this one. And that one is going to be a couple minutes here. Okay, but basically, there we go. And then I got probably, whenever I'm going to watch how bad it drops and how bad it doesn't drop. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. Oh, no. I forgot about, no. Well, probably, yeah, we're probably, well, I don't know about that one specifically, but good enough, whatever. It's fine. So, we'll just wait for that to go, wait for that. And yes, I do have the upgrades in here for it. I cannot believe I just did that. Chemical dissolution chamber. Make another one of those. And that should be done with that. And then the next one for that would be to do the... You hurt me inside. Really? Wow. Just go with it. We'll just... It's fine. Whatever. Chemical infuser. And then that, and then here's the chemical infusing. I'm staring directly at it right now. Ah! Is it going back up? Did I mess it up? Oh no. Gas is input and oh, okay, it's doing it. It's doing it right. I was scared for a second. And then what? What? No! Isotopic centrifuge. And we'll let that one go. And we'll continue with that one. So now we have to wait for the fission fuel. Once we start making fission fuel high enough, we'll be able to do that. And then I also have the, right here for the, I have this here so I can remind myself to make HDPE pellets, which we can do that eventually. Just didn't really do it so far yet because I am lazy and I did not get that far. We also have upgrades, which we have a bunch of upgrades here. And I also want to get more of these because we're going to need them anyway. So we got speed. Is it a good idea to put the speed in by itself without the other one? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. That's not a good idea. Let's not do that. Okay, so we have all of these ones, and now we just gotta put speed in each of these. Yes, and no, and no. Okay, so we have them all. So there we go. So now it should be going 10 times faster, but also, there's the other answer on that one. I might have to make a drawer that directly inputs into that, because that's, yeah, there's a bottleneck right now. I think I'm going to leave it this one to this one because there's no reason to go any higher than that because I don't think so. But there we go. We have basically fission fuel because now if you come over here, there's barely any. But that'll be fixed once I fix the fluorite and the sulfur. So that one's good. So we're basically good on that. So now we need to make ourselves a radioactive barrel. Is that also a quest? Oh, that's right. Give me the centrifuge. Give me the centrifuge. Give me the centrifuge, and then look at this. Stare at it for a solid minute. It's too fast. I think it's too fast. Give me it. Look at that. Wait. Hello? You? Nope. Wait. Stop. 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 Thank you. Thank you. That's so annoying. And then output. There we go. So now that one's good. So now it's saying he wants us to make 3 I don't want to make 3 specifically. Well, later I will, but not right now. 3 radioactive barrels. So now we have 3 radioactive barrels. Booting up the reactor. That don't really care. And then it wants us to make polonium and polonium, which we will do eventually. There's also the need of making the turbine, which, do I really want to do that? Maybe. Extra power is nothing wrong with that, so we'll throw over here, but we do have pressurized tubes. We're going to put 3 down on top, so I don't have to sit there and deal with it later trying to break it on accident. And then we'll have 3 like that. So once we have the available stuff, and once it's making it, it'll actually go into these things directly, and we're good. So now we just got to wait for it to fill up, and I'm also going to fix some of this too, because that's too slow. I mean, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but it's also too slow at the same time. So this is going to need fixed. Did I put that back in there? I did not. There we go. Now it's fine. So this one is the bottleneck. So that one's going to have to fix with putting like a drawer or something down, so I can just keep filling the drawer up and then putting it automatically, something like that. And I don't know. I'll figure something out for it to make it go a little bit quicker. And also on sulfur, it's going down really quick. Fluorite, really. Wait, wasn't that 8,000? Or was I mistaken? I forget. Uranium, very fast, but that one's also fixing a reactor that, oh, so I had a bunch more, lithium jumbo things for us, and it keep being full. Also, I mean, I did max out reactor inside, well, not max it out, but I put it to the biggest it's gonna go inside here for now. So, this one took a little bit of time, but, this thing takes, 152 a tick of the, of the uranium. So that's gonna need a lot more stuff, a lot more seeds. So that's gonna be 100% yes, questionably. So let me try to fix this and maybe fix our uranium problem, and then we'll come back. All right. Well, since I kind of messed up and forgot to unmute, I have to redo things. Even though it's already done, I gotta redo it. Whoa! I love when I forget to push the unmute button. Woo! Okay, so here we got ourselves our HDPE sheets making. Yes, pellets and everything. Eating sheets. Yes. So we'll start back with a sink that gives water to both the electronic circulator and the pressurized reaction chamber, which gets hydrogen and water, which hydrogen comes from the electronic circulator, and then also the biofuel that comes from the crushing of potatoes, which you now have a farm for, that goes in there, goes into there, goes in underneath, and in the front. Then the hydrogen water mixed with the biofuel to make substrate. The substrate goes up and over into here, into the other pressurized reaction chamber, where the oxygen goes into, and also our liquid ethanol, which is also a byproduct of making the substrate. And so you make the substrate, and then it also makes ethanol. Ethanol comes into here just in case it overflowed. I made it like this because, as you can already tell, the one part's already a little full. And yeah, so once it gets there, it'll come into this thing, and the condenser, the rotisserie condenser, will make the let's restart ethanol into liquid ethanol. Liquid ethanol going into this thing, of course, into this, mixing oxygen, liquid ethanol, and the substrate to make the HDPE sheets. Then the pellets, sorry. Then the pellets go into here to make the sheets. Then it goes back into the computer system like normal, down into here, back into the computer. So made this nice set of staircase for absolutely no reason because we could fly, but it still worked out. It didn't matter. So, but this is the HDPE sheet making thing, which we only really need like for one purpose, and that's making the casings. And what else is there? The one more thing, and making a solar neutron activator, which we already have one. So it's not that big of a deal because it's not like it's that necessary. So we come over here, go on our evaporation thing, kind of full because we have 3 jumbo tanks, and it's still going strong. I attempted to fix the problem, and I think I made it worse. Now we're running out of sulfur. Now we're having sulfur issues, and I also upgraded the seeds. I still got to keep up. I got like 10 more sulfur, 20 more sulfur things just alone. I think fluorite, we're having a... Now, fluorite's fine. Uranium. We're having a uranium problem, and I 100% blame this thing for that. Kind of. Not as much as I used to. So we have the isotopic centrifuge going. Putting that still going in here. And then we have our fusion reactor on. It's at 1 for now because I didn't want to go crazy until we fix the sulfur problem. Okay, so we just got a pipe. We also got back here just in case it runs out of fuel, which it should never run out of fuel. I should probably turn this to a different one where it turns out like it gets too hot or something, because that's about the best way to put it, but it comes around and turns it back off if it needs to. All things are like normal. Over here we have I forgot about the steam. I may or may not have forgot about the steam until I was like, oh, I better hurry up. I looked in here, I'm like, what oh, there's steam in there. So I put it into a trash can until we have our reactor up and running, which I didn't have yet. Okay, so we have the byproduct of what we want, our waste. So the waste comes out into this and this, and took away the 3 tanks into the neutron activator. It's not on at the moment because this one was taking it on anyway, so I figured there's no point even trying to put it in there because it's just taking it anyway. So it goes into either one of these 2, and this one won't be used as much later on the road. So for now, it's not bad. So like for now, these is only used for like one thing. It's only used for the casing, which we only need a certain amount anyway. So once we get a certain amount, we can stop that machine entirely, and that will be done with that one. So actually, we can take this plutonium, not polonium. So then we'll go in there, and then it'll be that. So now we have that done. Okay, and then over here, so I guess I could show this off too. So this one does it normal. The waste goes into these 2 things, depending on which one you want. It goes into there, and then this goes into this, which puts in fluorite, which crushes the fluorite into fluorite dust. Fluorite dust goes into top of these 2, which mixes with water and the respective thing that come out of them into their respective items, which this one's plutonium and this one's polonium. The polonium is one we need more than all. Mostly, yeah, it's 100%, but we'll make a bunch of these, and then we'll do it like that, so that'd be good. And then we'll worry about the rest of it later, probably. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing we're working on is we're going to be working on using this steam here, of course, because now the turbine, I believe, can be an 18 by 18 by 18 too, I think. Well, that one I'm not sure on either. I don't actually remember on that one. That one might be bigger and maybe smaller. I don't know. But we'll have to figure that out. I probably should look it up, but I really don't want to. So I'm going to make an 18 by 18 by 18 again, and we're going to deal with that. So I put in, it's been a little bit since I made one, so hopefully I do remember a little bit on it. So we want to make a couple of these. So we want to make, we want to call it these, why turbine blade? What's that for again? Was that, oh, it was for the nuclear reactor. Oh yeah, I haven't checked on it in a while. Maybe I should go check on that. Uh, oh, wow, would you look at that? There's no uranium in there. Wow. Shocker. Wow. 4, please. You matter. Only 30. Yeah, because people forget about things. I'm so sorry. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm like, wait a second. It's been so long since we did it. So while we're waiting for that, let's put in our, not reactor, turbine. So we'll need to make 100 of these. We'll make, 100 of these. 200 of the outboard processors. Like, wait a second here. Okay, so let's go with that. Well, that's gonna be a while. Is there a reason for that? No. Did it anyways. Definitely should probably make a more crafting things too, which was working on a little bit, but then I got a little stuck on things. This being one of them. Okay, we'll make that. So make them, and then we'll need this, that. So we'll wait for these to be done. And are you taking all its resources? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Well, that was my fault. That was my fault. Whoops the daisy. So we'll make a couple of these things. Wait for that thing to come back. We'll be right back then. Okay, so now that we have ourselves a lot of turbine casings, probably more than we'll ever need, it's time to grab it. So we have all these. I just gotta grab them out. And we should have all these. Just making sure we have everything. I'm trying to remember what all is needed for that. And I believe I have everything ready to go. All right, and with this, well, I should say with this, I'll go up here real quick. Hold on. So basically, we have ourselves the turbine. I almost said the reactor again. Ooh. We have the turbine here. So we got the turbine casing around the edges like normal and at the bottom. We got ourselves the vents and vents on the top, putting out from the pressure disperser, sorry, and the saturated condenser. Both going has to be like that, and we also have let's put this, wait, backwards. Put our condenser here and our turbine here. In the center, I think it's the center. We got ourselves our. This is not the center. This one is. We got our rotational complex on top of well, the rotor on top of this is on top of the rotor. Oh my God, my words. With ourselves electromagnetic coils, got 7 on up there. With our vents on top of everything. I guess you didn't really need vents on top of that. Whatever, I just did it anyways because it was only like that. And we got vents around the edges here, around the sides for all that. We got our rotors, blades, and rotors. We have 28 of them. We got ourselves a couple different valves. So one for power, one for water out. I think it comes water out of it. I can't remember. And steam going in it. So we put this here. And we should have our some structure stuff. We got it. Basically, it's already good to go. So only thing we need now is to grab some pressure. Let's see here. Hold on. Grab some pressure cables if I can find them. That's not even close. There it is. Grab ourselves these, and we'll do this. And not you. Grab that, and then like that. So now it should fill up, and this will start filling up slowly, which it will max out eventually. Eventually. I mean, it's fine, though. Right now, once it does, it's fine. But so it's going to keep going, and then I think it does produce water. Does it not? It does not? I can't remember. I don't think it does. Maybe I just did this wrong then. Whatever. It looks fine to me. So, maybe. No, maybe I'm thinking of the fission reactor. Fission? What is this one? This one's the fusion reactor. I had to, think for a second there. The fusion reactor is the one I'm thinking of, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Well, we got extra power, so it's producing 79.68 key FE, and I forget what that exactly is on here. Dumping excess. No, don't dump. Dump excess. Just when we get enough, it won't matter then. So once it maxes out, it will just keep going. So I don't have to worry about having a trash can. It'll just do it automatically. So there we go. So we got ourselves the reactor's done. So that's good. Our reactor's technically done. So good enough. So it's producing that. It's not really needed right now. It's just kind of there to be there at the moment. So yeah, that made a whole lot of sense. I mean, we did it just to get rid of the steam. And because we did need that, so it's not like it's a massive problem, but it worked, So we have a reactor now. Oh my God. We have a reactor and a turbine now, so once we turn this up, it'll in fact turn this up. So it goes hand in hand. So once this goes up, this turns up, and then it just gets better eventually, so. We just gotta wait for that then, so that's about all we need. So we just gotta, hopefully, now just gotta fix the sulfur problem. Once we fix the sulfur problem, and the way to fix it, I'm just adding more seeds. Once we fix that sulfur problem, we will have more, because we have a decent amount of this. I could probably turn it off now if I wanted to. It's just I want to wait till I can fix it. Oh, not fix it. Wait till we have it. Basically, it's solved, so I don't have to worry about it. So, how many of these do we got now? We have 11. I should count how many of these we need because I forget. Because once we get enough of the casings here, I'm not making no more because we'll need we'll need these. We need a couple of these, but yeah, once we get enough of them, I am done using the plutonium, whatever one it is. I'm done using that version. I'm going solely into this one and this one only, and also into the antimatter, because you'll also need them for antimatter stuff. So we'll eventually get there. It's just taking a little bit of time. Worst case scenario, make a second one of these. Now I'm not doing that. No, I'll just make more of those to make this go more powerful, to make it more yeah, good enough. We'll just do some other things, I guess, while we wait. I don't know. We got a good thing going on here. So we have the burn rate turned up to 50, pretty good. We have our coolant water going, and you don't want to ask how annoying that was to deal with, to try to get that to do it. And we got our fission fuel staying at a steady rate, not dropping and not raising. And then we also got our uranium here, not dropping, not raising, but I think it's going up slightly. It was at like 380 3 minutes ago, so it's going up pretty slow but pretty fast at the same time, I guess. I don't know what you want to classify that as. So we're doing good. This is slowly doing its thing. How many we got in here? We got 37 so far now, 38 so far. It's going pretty fast now, so that's good. It's pretty good. Going pretty quick. Which also means these are going to fill up a lot faster. I'm just going to keep an eye on them. This is going up very fast, as you can tell. It's almost at 3. It's almost at 9 million FE a tick, which is really good. And I was getting annoyed, and I may or may not have went overboard here. We don't want to know. You don't want to know. Just so many things in the back just going, and it worked. I don't have to deal with it, so I don't care. I don't want to. I just don't want to deal with it. I said nope, and nope, and nope. So we got 50 burner. I would love to get that up to 100, but I don't think it's ever going to happen at all. I don't know if I can do it. I'll try. Keep going. I'll keep trying, but we'll find out. For right now, it's good because it's at 43. I don't know exactly how many we need exactly because I didn't map that out yet. I'm too lazy to do that. So that'll be done soon here. Let's see here. We had more of those over there, and that's about it. We're just kind of just waiting for the plutonium to go. Isn't that fun? No, not really. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Yay! Okay, so I looked it up, and if my math is correct, which it never is, we should need 72, I think, if I did it right. I literally looked it up. It was 60 SPS casings, plus it was like, that's not what I want to do. Plus you need 12 for these. I just looked up the basic one. I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it anyways, and it was roughly 72. So we're gonna do around 70 to 80 and let it go, because it's going at a very fast rate, so we can just let that go, and then we can turn on the other one, and we can start doing the funner stuff, because we can actually get a reactor. Is it a reactor? Whatever. The one that gives you power. I'm not going to keep going. Fission reactor, fusion reactor. I think it's fusion. I think that one's the fusion reactor, and it makes power, a lot more power, because we'll need a lot more power, because this is good power. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it's full. I'm like, why is it not working? It's full. Never mind. But that's that. I don't have enough stuff for gargantuan for us. No, it's gonna make the gargantuan flux, how do you pronounce that? Battery thing, and hook it up to that and have a separate one for it or whatever. But I don't believe we have a thing. We do make a point, though. You do have a point. We're going to be making an induction battery type thing. Let's put that on there. And wait, that's not what I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. We're basically gonna make an induction thing, and we're gonna hook it up to this plug, because this can be, I believe this is infinite thing anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. There we go. I actually forgot to do this. Well, that's unfortunate. I will have to. Oh, now they're everywhere! So would these vents stop the the stuff from coming out of it, or would it suck in all the bad air you don't want to get? Alright, so now we go with that. Let's hook that up to the network. It's not really going to do anything. I wonder why. Both things are producing too much power right now. Both this and this stinking other reactor, which we don't actually need right now. But shit, look at that. All that waiting and then a couple went up. So we're good. So we shouldn't need this no more, so don't have the wrench on. Turn that off. and we'll have this one go into this side, which will fill up and be annoying me. And now it has to be the day for this one, so this has to be during the day for this to work, and we can have that, which goes into the other version we need, because we have 75 should be fine. Let's just take that out and throw it into the computer for now. If we need more, we'll turn back on. It's not like it's that hard to turn back on. So there we go. So now it's just waiting for the other one to be done, and then we'll have more stuff, and then we can make some other things. And maybe depending on what I feel like making, maybe we can make the SPS now or later. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, here we are. We got some polonium pellets now. We got the polonium pellets, and this one will be imported. We don't have one. When do we ever have one? I swear. Okay, so this one we are actually going to import back into the computer. That's not the right pipe. Excuse you. Huh. You thought that was the right pipe, but it wasn't. I'll have to craft another 100 of those. Is that necessary? No. No. We're doing it anyways. We'll drag it over here and then connect it up to the other one, and then we'll basically have all availability of this now. I really got to work on getting the next pipes too, or the cables for this. I just haven't got around to doing that, and I really didn't feel like doing it right now. So it was basically my intentions on that one. There it goes. And that's kind of the reasoning I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't really want to do this thing. I don't like the nitro. Nitro. I think it's the nitro one. Nitro. Yeah, I don't really want to do it. I do, but I don't want to do it. I mean, once I get the seeds, I guess it's not as bad, but it's still annoying. Because then you got to use... No, because you still have to do something. Because if you want nitro, if I spelled it right. If you want the nitro... No, never mind. It's just nether stars. Never mind. I was thinking it was... Nah, never mind. It's not as bad, I guess. It's annoying still, but it's not terrible. It's annoying. Don't listen to him. It's annoying. Is it no? Polonium. We have 15 polonium so far, so that's pretty good. So we're getting there. Someday we'll get there. Well, with that, honestly, we're gonna call it there for today. So next time, we're probably gonna be doing the SPS and the fusion reactor. I believe that's what it's called. We'll be doing them next time, so hope so everybody there. We're gonna be finishing off more of mekanism stuff. Probably the entire thing of it will be neat. Bye-bye!